noirnerd, and this is another one of my vlogs on my channel. Second one under the Console.log vlog series. But yeah, this is more the straight up vlogging side of what I do, because generally most of my channel is tutorials, overviews, not really so much just talking direct to camera like this. But so this will be the second one of these I'm doing, and I figured I'd do a little bit of a talk on something that's I think it's been mentioned quite a lot by other tech YouTubers, so I figured I'd chime in, and that's on imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome being the feeling that you're an imposter in the world that you work in this case, coding, developing, programming. I think it's quite common obviously in a lot of creative industries, but how does imposter syndrome, how do I feel that myself sometimes? I feel it when I feel that unconfident in my work, or unconfident in my abilities, or just feel that I'm faking it, or I feel that I'm not a real developer because I don't know this or that, or I don't understand this conceptual thing about programming, or I don't understand this programming language, or this sort of thing. Insecurity is what it is in a nutshell, isn't it, really, guys? It's insecurity about yourself, just projected onto whatever your discipline is. But I think that everybody experiences this, obviously, from the most experienced programmer to someone who is learning a lot. I think the thing to bear in mind is that absolutely nobody knows the whole lot, and you don't need to know the whole lot, I don't think, really, to still be a good programmer and a good developer. At the end of the day, a lot of development is engineering, isn't it? So it's having a problem that needs fixing, or a problem that needs to be more efficient to a problem, and finding and using the tools which are the most efficient route to solve that problem. Now, there's lots of turbulence along the way, there's lots of issues along the way, and there's lots of headaches along the way. I mean, development is basically, I think, a series of headaches and then a sort of fast endorphin release in some respects when you actually solve that one thing until you get on to the next one. But I mean, I think it's good to have a problem-solving mindset if you're going into this field anyway. And if you do have a problem-solving mindset, then essentially you're going to get off on that anyway, because you like solving problems. You get joy from solving problems. You like learning new things. You like increasing your knowledge and then seeing that actually have an effect. What are some ways that you could not so much get over the imposter syndrome, but just find better ways to deal with it, or better ways to put it into the back of your mind, I suppose. I mean, I've felt it myself. Like, I feel it a bit less now. I feel like I'm working at a half decent level now with JavaScript. Still don't know everything by any stretch of the imagination. Still learning a lot about the actual technicalities of JavaScript, about obviously the different frameworks and libraries. There's so many out there. I don't think anyone could know all of them. A lot of it comes down to focus on what do you actually want to achieve with what you're doing. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we all have limited time. We all have to have social lives as well. We all have to, even as programmers, we have to have some sort of other outlets for our creativity, and other outlets than that. Otherwise, it can be very unhealthy, actually. Then there's nothing worse than, and you can experience burnout certainly if you are working on it 24/7. My example, like, I've just started going to the gym, which is good. It's good for mental health. It's good for physical health. Obviously, I need to lose a bit of weight because I find doing mental job like programming all the time sort of means that often neglect that, or in the past I've neglected that part of myself, just doing physical exercise and getting around a bit more. In some sense, everybody's an imposter. Everybody is learning, and one of the good things about in general, as a generalization about the developer community, is everybody is learning, and everybody needs to learn from each other. It's all about knowledge sharing, really. Well, that's not to say it's perfect. Obviously, there's toxic elements in any culture or any group of people. Personally speaking, I've never really experienced that much of it. But I guess the furthest it extends is to mostly online spaces, obviously being the nature of the work. But personally, I've never experienced any of that in development. I think every developer I've ever met has been quite humble and modest, to be honest. I think that's good, actually. In person, he's quite smart and is switched on, a bit of a geek into their coding and stuff. If you don't have modesty, you feel like an arrogant prick, for want of another word. You're gonna come across problems that you have no experience with, and you're gonna experience those issues too. And if you're a chip on your shoulder about how great you are, that's no real way to learn. It's no real way to acquire more knowledge, or to really break your boundaries of your own comfort zone. Yeah, I think the real trick is realise that everybody feels this. It doesn't go away, but you can put it away back into its box in your head, I guess. Don't listen to the nagging voice that just says you don't know shit, or you know jack shit, or you're just faking it. It's probably a bit of a cliche, but most programmers, you are faking it till you're making it, I guess. Confidence in your own abilities, and that just comes with time. To not want to be glib about it. So yeah, I don't know what else I can say, really. Yeah, that's just a few thoughts on imposter syndrome, and why it's not really I hate this term, but it's not really a positive mindset to be involved. You just want to be in a mindset of doing, and you will fall by the wayside sometimes. No one's perfect, but it's just important to have activities outside of programming that you can enjoy, like I do painting and write. It's really good for me. And don't beat yourself up too much. Incredibly glib way to end the video. That's it, pretty much. So if you have any thoughts about if you've dealt with imposter syndrome as a developer or coder, or however you want to define yourself, how have you dealt with that? What have your experiences of it been? How has it manifested in your psychology, and how have you dealt with it?